Yeah. Okay. Let's start. Yeah. So the demo agenda will be, so first we will have the introduction. Okay.
Sure,
Introduction of the student and introduction of the trainer. I will give my introduction. After that, I will be showing you the course content. Okay. So
sure,
what topics we will be discussing during our training. Okay.
sure.
I will give you the overview of those topics.
Okay,
After that, I will show you the documentation part. What documents I will be giving it to you at the end of the training.
okay,
Okay. And after that, in the end, we will be discussing on the training methodology part, whether we want to have it on weekdays or weekends, what are the suitable timings, and all we'll discuss. Okay.
sure.
So this is the demo agenda. So before going into the course content, can you give just a brief introduction about you?
See, I do have 17 years of experience in business intelligence and data warehousing, and I want to take up SAP consulting roles. That's the basic reason for this training, Kumar.
Okay. So that means
I do not have an SAP background at all.
okay. So but current you are now working as a BA and BW consultant. Huh? What's your
Yes, 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 yes.
okay. Okay. So
So
you have
eventually, I might go to Australia. So that's the reason.
okay. Currently, where you are located?
I'm in Bangalore.
Actually, you are in Bangalore. Okay. What's your basic qualification? That's okay. SAP is okay. That's
My basic qualification is Masters in Computer Applications.
okay. You have any industrial experience, like industrial manufacturing area experience or something? No?
No, I do not. I do not. But I have a vague idea.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good to hear from you. Okay. I will give my introduction.
Yeah,
Myself.
could you be a little bit louder if you don't mind? Can you increase the
Yeah. My volume is full, 100%.
high, right? Okay, that's fine.
Just increase your volume also if possible.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Okay, so I am Kumar. I am a certified PP and QM consultant, production planning and quality management consultant. Okay, I have around total 16 years of experience, out of which 8 years into domain. Okay, and
Okay,
then another 8 years into SAP consulting. Okay,
okay,
I worked on three end-to-end implementation projects. Currently, my fourth implementation project is going on. Okay. I worked for various domains like pharmaceuticals, automobiles, then furniture industry. Then sometime I worked for brewery industry, beer manufacturing, and currently I'm working
okay,
for a IS retail. Okay. So
okay,
this is basically overall my profile. Okay. I am based out of
okay,
Hyderabad. I'm based out of Hyderabad. Okay. I'm
okay,
working as a solution architect, as a solution architect in one of the IT consulting company in India. Okay.
okay,
So this is my profile, boss. Okay. So let's move
okay.
on. Let's see the course content. Okay. So this is the course content, boss. Okay. Hope my screen is
Mm-hmm.
visible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the course content. So the first will be production planning overview. Okay. Then master data. We'll be discussing on the master data. Any SAP functional module, the initial thing we need to learn is master data. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the different type of master data is there? What is their importance? How they are created? Okay. What settings we need to make, and how the design has to be done for the master data and all, everything we'll be discussing.
Okay,
Then we have the planning topics: sales and operations planning, demand management, MRP. Okay. See,
okay,
production planning module is basically subdivided into two topics. First. Broadly,
mm-hmm.
it is subdivided into two topics. One is planning,
Okay,
okay, and then the other one is execution, manufacturing execution. Okay.
okay,
So first we will be looking at the planning topics: sales and operations
mm-hmm.
planning, demand management, and then MRP. Okay.
Okay,
Once those are done, we will move on to execution topics: production execution, repetitive manufacturing, and then process industries. Okay. And then finally we will be looking at batch management. I hope you know what is a batch and all, right?
no, I'm not.
You don't know batch. Okay, I'll explain you what is a batch. Okay, once the batch management is done, we'll move on to finally we'll see the configuration part.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the course content of the PP module. Okay, and
Okay.
before getting into these topics, you know what is SAP, why SAP is used? You have that
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, I do. I do have a good understanding.
so why SAP is used, you know, right? SAP is a enterprise resource planning tool with which you can run your business day-to-day operations. Correct?
Yes.
Now, so all your business activities like sales, purchasing, manufacturing, your quality operations, your HR functions, all these operations are executed through SAP. Right?
Yep.
Am I correct?
Yes.
So you know what is SAP and all, so that's okay. Now let's move on. We'll see the first overview. So in the overview part, we will see what is SAP, why SAP is used. Then we'll see the production planning module overview. So what is production planning module? Why organizations implement production planning module? What is the role of production planning module in the entire supply chain cycle? Okay, what functionalities production planning module offers? Okay, when an organization implement production planning module, what benefits they will be getting out of it? Okay, so
Okay.
how the PP module plays the integration with other supply chain modules like materials management, quality management, QM, PM, plan maintenance, okay, and then HR, human resources, finance, FICO, financial accounting and controlling. So we will see the integration of PP module with other modules in the SAP system. Okay, so it is basically a overview part, introduction kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, so once that is done, we will move on to the master data. So what is master data? So in the master data, first we will see the organizational structure. Okay, so organizational structure is nothing but how you are going to map a organization into SAP system. Okay, suppose I will give you with a real time example. Let's say you have Toyota company. Okay,
Okay.
you know Toyota what they do?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
They manufacture cars
They
or
manufacture cars.
automobiles.
Yes, they manufacture cars. Okay. Now let's say Toyota is from which country?
Japan.
It is from Japan. Okay, correct. It is from Japan. Even though it is from Japan, it is having its operations in all the countries in the world. Am I correct?
Yes.
It is the leading uh, car manufacturer in the world. Okay, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, am I correct?
Yes.
So let's say we will take four countries into the system. Okay, let's say first I will
Okay.
start with US. Okay, then after US, US is the most preferred country for Indians. Then after that, let's go ahead with Singapore. Okay, because as of now Singapore is the most developed and advanced. Okay, let's go for Singapore, and then okay, let's go with Australia. Okay, and then of course own country India. Okay, so let's take example for this country. So Toyota, even though it is from Japan, it is having its operations in all these countries. Okay, now in the SAP system Toyota will become the client. Okay, client is the highest hierarchical level in the SAP system. In normal terminology it will become a company. Okay, company, it will become a
Yeah.
company. Okay, now this US, under the Toyota company you have these four locations in different countries. These will become company code. Okay, these
So you'll be
countries will
having four
become
different company codes for each of these four locations.
company code. So what is a company code? Basically company code is nothing but is the organizational object for which you will be generating separate financial statements. Okay, these are not
Okay.
physically existing. These are only used for financial reporting purpose, to make the balance sheet, to make the profit and loss accounts. So they use this company code. So for all the operations in the US country, they are generated through a company code called US. Okay, now for Singapore
Okay.
they will be generating a separate financial statements like profit and loss accounts, your balance sheets and all will be generated. These are not
Yeah.
physically existing. These are only for reporting purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the next hierarchical level is plant. Okay. So what is a plant?
Okay.
Plant is a physical location where you do some manufacturing activity, or where you do some storage activity, or where you do some distribution activity, or where you do some HR office also can be termed as a plant. So
Okay.
plant is a real physical location where some manufacturing activity happens, production, where some storage, go down. You know what is a go down?
Yeah, yeah.
Where you keep your
Warehouse.
warehouse. So those that is also called a plant. Sometimes distribution center, where from the center from where you will selling your product, that is also called as a plant. And now the HR location. Have you heard of corporate office? Corporate office,
Yeah.
that is also called as a plant. Plant is a separate physical location where these kind of activities will take place. So now let's start with India. Let's say Toyota in India is having a manufacturing location in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Let's say consider they have another manufacturing plant in Goa. Let's say they have
Yeah.
another manufacturing plant. Let's say they have a distribution center in Chennai. Okay,
Yeah.
and let's say they have their corporate offices in Delhi. Let's say consider.
Yeah.
Okay, so now all these will become plants.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in one company code, there can be multiple
Yes,
plant
yes, yes,
locations,
yes.
right?
Under one company code, there can be a lot of plants. Now all these plants are assigned to this company code.
This company code.
Yes,
Yeah. Got
under
it.
under India, all these are plants.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are called plants. Now after the plant, you will have storage location. Okay, storage location is the place where you will store your materials, like your raw material, packing material, your semi-finished products, your finished products, where you will keep all your products. That area is called storage location.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the organizational structure in the SAP system from production planning point of view module.
And from plant to storage locations, it could be a one to many as well. You know,
Yes,
one
yes.
plant can contain
Under Mumbai plant, you can have lot of storage locations.
lot of storage locations.
Under
So one
Pune,
to n,
yes,
one to many.
yes, 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 yes. Okay. So this is the organizational structure in the SAP system.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Perfect.
So that is the organizational structure. So we will be learning how they are created, how they are assigned, what precautions we need to take. All those things we'll learn in the system.
Okay.
Okay. So once the organization structure is done, we will go to the material master. So what is a material? A material can be anything. A material can be one which is procured, one which is manufactured, the object which can be sold outside. A material can be anything. Okay, or
Yeah.
even a stationery, pen, pencil, paper. Everything can be a stationery, or even a spare part, nut, bolt. Okay,
Yeah.
everything can be a material in the system. So what is this
Okay.
material master, how it is created, what views you need to maintain, how the data is maintained in the material master, everything we will learn in the material master.
Okay.
Okay, once the material master is done, we will be moving on to the BOM, bill of material. So I will explain
Yeah.
what is a bill of material. Bill of material means, suppose bill of material gives you the list of materials required to manufacture a product along with their quantities. Suppose let's say I want to manufacture a cycle. Okay, so to manufacture a cycle, what you require? Can you tell me?
You need two tires,
Tire,
one,
tires, tires.
Yeah.
Then you require pedals.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you require seat. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you require chain, cycle chain.
Yeah.
Then you require what do you say, handle.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you require bulb. It's a bulb. Okay. Now to manufacture one cycle, you require two tires. You require two
Yeah.
pedal, one seat, one chain, one handle, one bulb. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the data you will have it in the BOM. So to manufacture one cycle, you require these items, these components with these quantities. That is what you will put it in the bill of material. Bill of
Okay.
material gives you the list of materials required to manufacture a product along with their quantities.
Yeah.
Okay, that is what the bomb. So in the system we will learn how we will be creating the bombs, what are the different methods of creating the bombs, how the bomb is used in production planning module. All those things we'll learn in the bomb. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so once the bomb is done, we will move on to another one. So I'll, for the time being, I will go ahead with another one. Let's take curd. Okay. So to manufacture curd, what do you require? Can you tell me?
You need milk.
You need milk. Okay, good. Okay, and after that, you require some more curd. Correct?
Yeah, some some
A
sample
sample.
yeast
Well,
of
I
it.
will call it as a yeast. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the if you are trying to produce curd, your curd is your product, the one which you are going to manufacture. Correct. So for that you require milk and yeast. So those will become in the form. Now work center. What is a work center? Next one is work center in the master data. Work center is the place or a machine where you do your production activity. See, if you want to manufacture a product, you require some machinery, correct?
Yes.
So those machinery is called work center. So we will be learning
Okay.
how these work centers are created, what is the use of work center, how they are used, how they are designed in the system. Everything we will learn in the SAP system. So let me put it in the work center.
So is it like a capacity planning? Work center would
Yeah, it is
talk
used
about
for
that.
capacity planning also. It is used for capacity planning, scheduling.
Because the number of machines that you do
Yeah.
have,
Yes.
you would have a work center, right?
Yes.
They are depending on the work
Yes,
center.
yes, 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 yes. Okay. Then comes your routing. So what is a routing? Routing tells you what operations you need to do to manufacture a product. See,
Okay.
if you are trying to produce a product, when you are manufacturing a product, you will do some activities, correct? You do some operation.
Yeah.
So those are put it in the routing. So if you take our curd example, let's say, uh, suppose I want to manufacture curd. What activities you will do? Can you tell me? Normally, if you want to produce
You need to
curd,
boil the milk and you need to put the
uh,
yeast in the milk.
so you will heat the milk. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Heat the milk. Then what you will do? Add the
You
yeast
add the yeast to the
yeast
milk.
to the milk. Correct? Then what you will do? You store the milk
Store the milk in a refrigerator or
then,
somewhere else.
overnight or something. Let's say
Overnight. Yeah.
for overnight. So this is what you will do the put it in the routing. So routing says you what operations you need to do to manufacture a product.
Okay. The activities.
Activities. Yes, yes. Okay. Now the work center says you where these activities are performed. So now heat the milk. Where you will do, sir? You will do it on stove.
So
Okay. Now add the yeast to the milk. Where you will do in a vessel.
yeah.
Now store the milk overnight. That is also you will do it in vessel only. Correct? So these
Yeah.
will become the work center. So work center is the place where you will carry out your production activities. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So this is the master data. So in SAP system, whenever you are trying to produce any manufacturing, any product, you should have BOM, you should have its routing, and then along with work centers. If this data is not available, you cannot execute the manufacturing execution in the SAP system. Okay.
Okay.
So till this part is it clear?
Perfect.
So this is the master data part. I am explaining you with a real time example.
Okay.
Okay. So now the next one is once the master data is done, we will move on to our planning topics. Okay. So first is the sales and operations plan. So suppose let's say I want to manufacture a product. Okay. So if you want to manufacture a product, on what basis you will determine the quantity to be manufactured? Can you tell me?
Based on the demand.
That's how the demand is calculated. That's what my question. How you will arrive at your demand? That's what my question. What could be the criteria?
You will have some kind of sales forecast, right?
Yes, sales forecast means what you will do. You take the previous sales data of that particular product.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you based on that you will arrive at future forecast. Correct?
Yes.
Suppose you let's say
Or if you have a new product, you'll understand the market dynamics and
yes,
come up with some
yes,
kind of an
yes,
initial
yes,
analysis.
yes. But most of the cases you do manufacturing based on the previous sales data. Correct?
Yeah. Perfect.
So
Yeah.
let's say a particular product is there in the month of let's say we are in August. Let's say okay, I'll take from Jan, Feb. Okay, now let's say in these months, July up to July. Let's say 1 month it is having 1,000, 1 month it is having 1,500. Next month 2,500. Another month 1,800. Next again 1600, 1400, let's say 1900. This is the previous sales of a product, let's say. This is, let's say, pieces, let's say, or numbers. Okay. Now this is the previous sales data of that particular product. Now for future months, normally what you will do, you will take the average of this, correct?
Yes.
You take average of this and accordingly you will start manufacturing, correct? Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute.
Sure, sure, sure. Dinesh.
Yeah. Okay. So what you will do, you will take the average of this, and so your average comes around 1675 or something, and accordingly you will start manufacturing.
Yeah.
Yes. So this kind of thing is done in sales and operations planning. So sales and
Okay.
operations planning is the tool where you will take your sales data and then you convert it into a feasible production plan. Okay.
Okay.
So how that is done in SAP, we will see. That is what called sales and operations planning. Here there are two tools: standard SOP, flexible planning. What are these two tools? How they are used? What is the difference between these two? Okay. What is the process flow? How to make the settings? All those things we'll learn in the sales and operations planning. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Once the sales and operations planning is done, we'll move on to demand management. See, you know now your future forecast.
Yeah.
Okay. Now whether I want to do manufacturing based on this forecast, or I want to do manufacturing only based on my customer orders.
Okay.
That is what determined through demand management. I will give you one example. There is a concept called make to stock, and another one is make to order. Okay. So make to stock means always you start manufacturing based on your forecast, and you will
Okay.
keep your stocks in the company all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Suppose let's say we'll take example of Maruti Suzuki. Okay. Maruti Suzuki, what they do? Cars.
Yeah, the manufacturer.
They manufacture cars. Can you tell, you are in India, right? So you might be knowing some
Yeah.
major brands of Maruti Suzuki. What they have? They have Swift,
They
correct?
have
It says
Celerio,
they have
Swift,
Swift, and then they have Alto. Okay. Now they have
Alto.
Ridge. Then they have Wagoner. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Wagoner. Okay. Now, among these, Swift and Alto are very successful models, correct?
Yeah.
Having lot of sales. Okay. So for these kind
Mm-hmm.
of products, what they do is they go ahead with a strategy called make to stock. Here, what they do,
Okay.
they don't consider the customer requirement. Based on the forecast, they keep on manufacturing, and then always they keep the stock in the plant, in the company.
Okay.
Okay, that is why it is called make to stock. Whereas make to order means they don't do any forecasting and they don't do any manufacturing. Okay, so
Okay.
what they do is when the customer order comes, then only they will manufacture the product.
Okay.
Okay? That means for unsuccessful models or slow moving products in the markets, they will adopt this strategy called make to order. They don't do any
Okay.
production. When the customer gives you order, then they will manufacture and then they will deliver it. Otherwise, they don't. After that, again they don't do any manufacturing till another order comes.
Okay.
Here, make to stock, they don't wait for customer order. They keep on manufacturing the product. Always keep the stock, keep the inventory. Once the order comes, they will make immediately delivery.
Okay.
Okay, so these are called make to stock and make to order. So these things we learn in demand management. So what is make to stock?
Okay.
What is make to order? What is the planning strategy? Planning strategy tells you how to plan a particular product. So different planning strategies are available in this make to stock and make to order. We will learn all these things. What are the strategies? What is the difference between the strategies? What settings we need to make it in the system? How the flow works? Which strategy you need to propose to the client? Under which circumstances? Everything we will learn in demand management. Okay. So once the demand management is done, we will move on to MRP, material requirement planning. So now you know your forecast, how much you are going to manufacture. So to manufacture that product, you need your input materials, correct?
Yeah, raw material.
Raw material or packing material. So that planning is done by MRP, material requirement planning. So there is a cycle. I closed it. Array yaar. Just 1 minute. So again, I will go to my old example. Cycle. If you want to manufacture one cycle, pedals,
Tires,
tires, seat, handle, chain. Okay, so let's say pedals 2, tires 2, seat 1, handle 1, chain 1. So now I want to manufacture 200 cycles. So 200 cycles to manufacture, how many pedals required? 400.
400.
Tires 400, seat 100, sorry 200. Okay, handle 200, chain 200. Now this I am calculating manually, but in the system the MRP will do this activity. So when you enter your requirement as 200 and when you do MRP, system will tell you what materials have to be procured and how much quantities.
Okay.
That is what done in MRP, material requirement planning. And then the information goes to purchasing department. Purchasing department will procure the materials. Okay, so that is what MRP. So what is MRP? What are the different types of MRPs are there? To run MRP, what settings you have to make it in the system? Okay, when you do MRP run, what system will do? What activities happen in the system in the back end? Okay, what are the different methods of running MRP? Okay, what factors influence the MRP run? Okay, once you do carry out, how to check the results of MRP? All those things we will be learning in the MRP, material requirement plan. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so once the MRP is done, purchasing people will procure all the materials, everything is ready. Now you can start the manufacturing activity. Okay, so that is what we will be moving on to the production execution. Okay, so in the production execution, you will do first production order creation. Okay, so production order creation is nothing but production order will tell you what material has to be, what product has to be produced, what quantity, what input materials we need to use, what machinery we need to use, what activities you need to perform. Everything will be in the available in the order. Okay, so they will be creating the production order. Once the production order is created, they will go for availability check, material availability check. So material availability check means you have to ensure whether all raw materials or packing materials required for production are having the sufficient stock or not. That you will check in the availability check.
Okay.
Okay. After that, you will be going on after moving to capacity planning. What is capacity planning? See, you ensured material availability. At the same time, you have to ensure machine availability also. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
If the machine is already occupied with another product, you cannot start manufacturing of your product on that machine. Correct?
True.
So for that you will do capacity planning. You will ensure whether your machinery is available for production or not. You will check. That you will do through capacity planning. Okay. Once your all materials and machinery are available, you will release the production order. That is what called production order release. Okay. Once the order is released, you will start manufacturing of the product. First, you will take the materials from the warehouse. You take your input materials from the warehouse, raw material, packing material. That is what called goods issue, material withdrawal. Okay. Then you will do the production. Once the production is done, you will confirm the production order. You will be entering actual shop floor data, like what output you got, what is the scrap, when you have started, when you have ended the production, who did it, is there any breakdown details, everything you will be entering in the data. That is what confirmation. After that, you will be doing the goods receipt. Means you will transfer the manufactured product to the finished goods warehouse. Okay, from where the sales will happen. That is what called GR, goods receipt. Once that is done, production roll ends. Then you will do the production. Finance people will do the settlement of the order. Settlement means calculating the actual costs and then comparing the planned cost and actual cost.
Okay.
Okay, so this entire process we will see it in the system. How it is done in the system, SAP system.
Okay.
So this is called production order life cycle, starting from order creation to the order settlement. This we will see in the SAP system. With that, production execution ends. Now we have three types of industries. Okay. So we have three types of industries: discrete, discrete. Okay, then we have process industry, and then we have PPPA. Repetitive manufacturing. Repetitive manufacturing. Okay, I will explain you these three. Discrete means it's nothing but assembly industries. Okay, best examples are cycle, car manufacturing industries. So I will give you example. Suppose if you want to manufacture a cycle, what you will do? Can you tell me?
Uh,
Hello.
what I'll do? Yeah, I'm
Uh,
there. I'm there.
to manufacture cycle, what you will do normally? You will take all the handle, seat, tire, nut, bolt, all those things you will take, and you will assemble them. Correct?
Yeah, you'll assemble them and on an assembly line.
Assemble
So
line, and you will get a cycle. Simple.
yeah,
Okay. So after manufacturing the cycle, if you disassemble again all the parts, you will be getting your original parts. Correct?
yes,
Right? Am I correct?
yes,
That is why it is called assembly industry. Okay. Now, suppose you should take a process industry, let's say food manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, okay, or let's say chemical industries. Suppose I
yeah.
am working on a ice cream manufacturing industry. Suppose to manufacture ice cream, what you will do? You take
You'll
some
have
powders, you take
flavors.
some
You'll have
powders and
milk.
liquids,
You'll have,
and you will mix them, and finally you will get a ice cream. Correct?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
After getting the ice cream, can you go back to original components?
No.
No. That is why it is called processing industry.
Okay.
Okay. Now you understood the difference between assembly industry
Yeah,
and
got it.
processing
Got it.
industry.
Yeah.
So those things we need to learn. Okay. So far what we have seen is discrete industry. Now we have to learn process industry. See, as a consultant, you may go to
So what
different.
is repetitive? This thing repetitive?
Pardon, repetitive. I'll explain. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So as a consultant, what you will do? You will be going to different industries. Correct.
Yeah.
So you should be in a position to handle all types of industries.
Yeah.
That is why we will learn process industry. So in the process industry, how the master data is created, how the resources are created, how the routing, here it is called recipe, how the process orders are executed, all those things we'll learn in the process industry.
Okay.
Okay, we will see one entire cycle of process industry.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what we need to learn in the process industry. After that, we will go on to repetitive manufacturing. So, what is repetitive manufacturing? Before that, suppose let's say you are working in a ice cream manufacturing industry.
Okay.
So, what are the different ice creams available? Can you tell me?
One in flavors you mean or
Yeah, tell anything. Tell me flavors or packaging, whatever. Flavors. Let's take flavors.
yeah, vanilla, butterscotch, pineapple, all these various
So
flavors.
you have a lot of flavors:
Uh,
butterscotch, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, different flavors.
yeah.
At the same time,
Yeah.
you will have different packaging. Somebody wants to eat in cups. I want to eat in
Yeah,
some
it's a family pack, it's a
family
cone,
pack,
it's
and
a
then cone cups. Then you have chocobar. Those things, correct?
yeah.
So according to your market requirement, you need to change your product on your machinery. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So you cannot manufacture all the time cups only, correct?
Yes.
You cannot manufacturing all the time butterscotch flavor.
Yeah.
So you will be keep on changing your product on your machinery,
Mm-hmm.
right? But whereas in case of repetitive manufacturing, you will be having only one or two products in your company. Okay,
Okay.
only one or two at the max two. So those kind of scenario you will call it as a repetitive manufacturing. Okay, the best
Okay.
examples are cement manufacturing industry and tissue paper manufacturing industries.
Okay.
Okay, so those kind of industries you will be using repetitive manufacturing. So in these repetitive
Okay.
manufacturing industries, how the master data is created, how the planning is done, how the production execution is done, we will see one entire full flow of a repetitive manufacturing.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what three types of industries we have. After that, we will go on to batch management. So what is a batch? You see, what is a batch means, suppose you are manufacturing a product. Okay, so after some time you need to identify which the product which is manufactured on which date it is manufactured. How you will identify?
Okay, so you'll process it as a batch. Okay.
It's a process,
Okay,
a lot,
now I got it.
separate lot. You will separate
Okay, so we
today.
have this cars recalled, right? So,
Record. Yes, you are correct. So that is what called batch. See, when you go to
okay.
a medical shop and buy tablets or something, what you will do on what you will check on the strip,
Yeah, you'll have a expiry, you'll have a batch.
expiry, above expiry you will have manufacturing date, and above manufacturing date you will have a batch number. Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
With that batch number only, they will be able to identify on which date it is manufactured, what is the expiry, everything you will be able to identify. So that batch
Got it.
management nowadays everybody is using. So in the SAP system, how you will execute batch management.
Okay, got it, got it.
Okay. So what is the batch management? How the batches are used in production? How the manual and automatic creation of batches will happen? And then we will see batch determination. Have you heard of this terminology? FIFO, FIFO? No?
Yeah, first in, first out.
First in, first out, first expiry, first out. So based on these rules, you will consume the batches of the input materials into the product.
Okay, what is the second one? First,
FIFO, first expiry, first out.
okay, first expiry, first out.
So
Okay,
the raw material which is having first expiry, that has to be consumed first in the production.
okay, got it.
So based on these rules, system has to automatically pick the batches from the stock during the
Okay,
batch determination. So how you will configure this in SAP? So those things will be done in batch management.
okay, got it.
Okay. So with that, our training will come to end. Then we will see the configuration. Whenever you go as a consultant in any implementation project, you will be doing the configuration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we will be learning the entire configuration of PP module. Okay.
Okay,
What configuration you have to do? If you do that configuration, what effect it will have onto the system? Everything we will be learning.
okay,
Okay. So once that is done, we will go on with integration of a PP module with other modules of SAP. This is very important from interview point of view.
okay,
When you go to interview, they will ask all these questions. What is the integration of PP with HR? What is the integration of PP with finance? They will ask this question. So we should learn all the integration part of PP module with other.
okay,
Okay. So once that is done, our training will come to an end. Once that is done, I will be sharing you at the end of the training 3 types of documents.
okay.
One is SAP certification documents given by SAP
Mm-hmm.
Germany. I will be sharing you the soft copies. I'll show you a sample.
Okay,
I'll show you a sample document. See, suppose master data. This is the document. These are given by SAP Germany.
okay,
Are you able to see? It is a almost
yeah,
a
yeah,
62 pages document.
okay,
Okay, so these documents I will give it to you. I will teach all these topics, but these documents will be for your future reference.
okay,
Okay, so I will be giving you all these documents now. Master data. Then this is for production orders. Okay, see, this is for almost 500 pages document. Okay, in this
okay,
you will have lessons, and after the end of the lessons you will have exercises to practice also.
okay,
Okay, so I will give you all these documents of PP certification documents.
okay,
After that, I will be giving you process flow documents. See, during training, I will show it in the system. Correct? How to
mm-hmm.
do step by step. I have prepared those documents with step by step screenshots so that while practicing it will be easier for you. Okay? So I will show you one document. Suppose let's say production order has to be created. How the production order is created? What are the different methods and with step by step screenshots? Are you able to see the document
Just it's coming
with,
up now.
with step by step screenshots? Are you able to see?
Yeah, yeah, got
So
it.
like this you will be able to. I prepared for all the topics which I am going to teach in training with step by step screenshots. So by looking at these documents you can practice.
Okay,
Okay. So all these documents I will share at the end of the training. So these documents will be for your future reference.
okay,
Okay. So that is what this thing. I will show you one more document if you want. And suppose sales and operations planning. How the standard SOP is done. Okay, so this is the document.
Okay.
So how
Would you be giving the PowerPoint presentations as well?
if you want PowerPoint presentations also, I'll give. It's not a problem. But what you will do with
Okay.
presentations, you need to learn the.
No, no,
Yeah. So
for
see,
my reference.
yeah. So this is the document, step by step screenshots, how to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the. Uh,
Because whenever I'm traveling or so,
uh,
I can keep it in an iPad or so.
yes. And after that, I will give you configuration documents.
Okay.
The configuration documents. See, as a consultant, when you go, you will be doing the configuration only. So I will give
Okay.
you configuration documents. They are also from step by step screenshots. Suppose batch management, how you will be doing the configuration.
Okay.
When you are going to the implementation project, by looking at these documents, you can practice. You can do the configuration. And you are able to see the document step by
Yeah,
step.
yeah, yeah.
See, if you do configuration, what effect it will have also, you will have it.
Okay.
Okay. So for all the topics, I have configuration documents. I will give you all those documents at the end of the day. Total. For all topics, I have the configuration document. Batch management, master data, MRP, reports, training, PPPI, production execution. All these topics, I will give it to you at the end of the training. Okay. So
Okay.
you will be getting
And would
certification documents, process flow documents, and configuration documents. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So this training will take around 25 to 30 hours, boss.
Okay.
Okay. Normally I adopt two types of training. One is weekdays, Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour. Okay.
Okay.
And another one is only on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. Saturday 2.5 hours
So,
and Sunday 2.5 hours.
so if I take a weekdays, you'll be able to finish it in a month or a month and a half.
Not a month exactly. It will take around 1.5 months because Saturday, Sunday you will have all days, right?
1.5 months.
It
Okay.
will take around 1.5 months.
Okay.
Okay. So the training happens through this GoToMeeting tool. Even you can record the videos whenever you want. Even these training sessions you can record and then you can play it off.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. Okay.
And then you will be given the IDs access, SAP demo server for
Okay.
practice. You will be getting around 2 to 3 months, I think. Just check with them. Okay. So you will be
Okay.
getting the access so that you can practice after my training. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Then the training happens through real time scenarios, not like just opening the screenshots and just showing the. It's not like that. Whenever you go to a particular industry, what type of requirements you will be getting. So how you need to map that into the system. Considering all those,
Sure.
keeping in this mind, you will have the training and each and every functionality, each and every process, each and every topic will be executed in SAP end to end. Okay, some people
Sure.
think that a trainer will open the just word file and just going through the screenshots. It's not like that. You will be logging on to SAP. Each and everything will be executed from end to end.
Sure, Kumar.
Okay? So this is what all about training was. So if you have any questions, you can ask now.
No, pretty much I'm good. So the course fee, will you tell how
No, no, that is
what's the
the
course?
money part and all will be coordinated by the that institute.
Okay.
I'm not involved in that money part and all.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so that's what was. But what is your suitable timing now? Currently, you're working or what is your
Yeah. Currently, I'm working and
okay?